my lunacy, it all breeds from lies. You tell me you are the drug, got high off buzz, even now it haunts me. I'm floating down as I slowly touch the ground. I'm thinking how you ruined me. I cry for
Welcome, everybody, to the MNSpiritCast. Hope everybody's having a great day. I am Marcus. I am MNSpiritCast. And right beside me and down below them is my co-host, Brandon. And why don't we go ahead and introduce everybody. By the way, our guest tonight is an amazing group. It is Enlightened Souls Paranormal, which we have worked with before. So why don't we go ahead and introduce everybody. And we'll go beside me here, right here, this way.
Yeah. Wait. I'm Barb Whitlow. Oh, Kramer, guys.
And we'll just
Shawn
go down
Ellis,
below.
yeah.
And I'm Mark, the, I guess, the lead investigator, founder of the group.
I guess.
That's what y'all call me every now and then.
Yep, I guess. He's the lead.
Oh, sometimes I get called other things. Trust me, yeah. That's just it's my personality, man. Can't stop it.
Oh yeah, it makes me.
Oh yeah.
I stand my ground with.
Well, you have to. You sometimes have to. And you guys already know, but everybody, you already know that is Kara right there with Brandon. Hi, Kara. Thanks for joining. And then right below me here is Mike and Rachel. Rachel is our floater. Mike is our cameraman. How we doing?
Hi, good.
Awesome. So, Mark, considering you are considered the lead investigator or the founder, yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about Enlightened Souls.
What's that?
Tell us a little bit about Enlightened Souls Paranormal.
Well, we used to be affiliated with another team, and the leader of that group decided he wanted to chase demons and evil and all kinds of stuff. And I'm the first one that bowed out. I said, no, I'm not going to just do that. I mean, it's one thing if you go into a place and there's something there, but if you're actually just going out and chasing it, I'm not for that. You know, I'm not a demon hunter. So I bowed out. And the very next day, the rest of the team bowed out. And we all had a conference call, and we decided we wanted to keep doing it. So we asked our fans from the other group who knew that it was over, we asked them to contribute some names. Well, what should we call our group? So we came up with about, what was it, guys, the girls, about 6 or 7 names we came up with, and then we all voted. And we came up with Enlightened Souls. And actually, it's a perfect name for this team. It fits the team well because of what we seem to be able to do the most, which is to help lost spirits cross over.
Mm-hmm.
And So who's the Facebook user?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, if you go underneath Marcus's that link under your profile,
Yeah.
Underneath our podcast, I can't even talk. Underneath our podcast, there's a link, and they can click it, and then they can actually their names can show up. They have to.
Yeah, basically, you have to give them permission to use your name, is what it is.
Yeah. Basically.
Oh, okay.
It's Victor
And
Santiago.
if not, just say who you are when you comment.
Okay, it's Victor Santiago.
It's your big brother, Barb.
Big brother.
Oh yeah. He's been
By the way,
he's been
speaking
quiet.
of, go ahead.
What'd you say, Barb?
So speaking of Victor Santiago, while we have him here in the audience, Victor has just signed up to do something very phenomenal. It is a challenge. I think it's something like, can you survive a horror movie or something like that? And basically, the winner of this challenge, I think you get a 3-page spread in a paranormal magazine. And you get like $10,000 and something else. But Victor, want to wish you the best of luck on that, and hope you have a lot of fun with it. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but
I've seen something a little bit, but I wasn't for sure. I was like really.
I got something to say to him.
Hi, Amber.
Victor, common sense decision. You'll survive. You'll be just fine.
oh, we have one more person.
If you give him a doll, he will not survive.
Yeah, I was about to say, if there's a doll in play, he's probably dead.
So who's the owner of the dolls here?
Barb.
That would be you, right? Might as well send one Victor's way, huh?
Yeah.
Courtesy of Minnesota Spirit Hunters. Tell them we sent you.
I'm always threatening I was going to send him a doll.
I mean, I'll agree to that, but so just a little bit. We're all of you guys with this we're not going to say names of the old team, but were all of you on this old team before Enlightened?
Not Shawn, just everybody else.
Okay, so what I want to know from you guys is I want to take a moment. I want to press rewind, and I want to go all the way back to the beginning of when you guys started investigating. Was this old team your very first time going out and investigating, or how did you guys get started?
The ladies first.
Oh, okay. How I got started, I was waiting. How I got started was I actually knew Mark from his concerts, Decade of Decadence. And I would go to mostly all his concerts. Well, one day, because I've always, the paranormal, I always wanted to do it. But, my friends were chickens. So I saw him online and they were doing ghost hunting. And I'm like, oh, my God, I got to do that just once. And he's like, do you got any gifts? You got anything to bring to the table? I said, yeah, I'm a medium. I can see shadow figures. I could see, color apparitions. I can hear them in my sleep and tell the person about the dream, and it actually comes true. And there's just more than meets the eye. And okay. And they didn't believe me at first because I could be just blowing smoke up their butt, So I went on one investigation. It was at Devil's Backbone. And where's that at? By Southern Illinois. It's probably like 5 or 6 hours from here. And they actually, okay, she knows what she's doing. And from that point on, here I am.
There you go.
Actually, Barb, when I was watching their intro, the swing that was going back and forth reminded me of Devil's Backbone.
Yeah, it did. Of course, it was lagging on us.
Yeah.
Yep. And actually, what I did was I was like, there's a little girl over there. Her name's Emily on the swing. Yep. I saw the swings actually doing this thing. And I said, there's a little girl over there. You remember that, Mark?
Yes.
And then it came over the obelisk, a little girl. And then there's a boy named Alex that drowned. And it come over the obelisk, dark, deep. And he talked to us too. And we want to get back there and try to find him because nobody's found his body.
So what happened, Marcus, is him and his uncle both drowned in the Mississippi River right there.
Right.
They found his uncle's body. They've never found Alex's body. So when he was on our obelisk app talking to us, I said, can you tell us where you are? And it came on, it said cold, dark, deep.
Oh, no.
So we think he's caught in one of those whirlpools, just spinning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It was very interesting. I mean, I liked it. And then we saw, it was crazy. It was probably 10 feet from us. It was a big, huge, dark figure. I mean, he was tall as this outbuilding. It was crazy.
You know what a Morton building is, like what farmers park their tractors in, the metal buildings? Okay, this thing was taller than the doors.
And it growled.
And it growled like a grizzly bear, dude. It sounded loud when it growled at us. We went back there and we're like, who's back here? And we heard this growl. And I looked at him, I said, we need to get out of here.
Right. Okay. So, in a situation like that, I mean, first of all, before I ask that, did you guys see it with the naked eye, or did you see it on camera?
Naked eye.
Wow. Okay. So, in that situation, when you have something that big and that aggressive, which is obviously capable of a lot, how do you handle that situation?
We left the area because we were not equipped at that time to deal with it.
And so what would you consider yourself equipped to handle something like that?
Having the proper crystals, the proper protections, having the proper people. Like now we have Shawn, we have Tami, and Barb, all three. Shawn's, I think our new girl, Holly, is going to be just as good as Shawn when she gets her abilities fine-tuned. But yeah, having the right, we were just a skeleton crew. We just went there because we heard about the children.
Yeah.
And we weren't there to deal with anything that big and that powerful at the time.
Okay.
So my suggestion to that team was we need to back up.
Exactly.
Get a game plan and come back.
And this is your old team, not in.
That's the old team. Now this team is going to go back there this year.
Okay.
And this time we will be prepared to deal with whatever is there.
Do you think this giant demonic type creature is going to be there?
Yeah. I think it's actually I think it's something Native American because there's mounds not too far away.
Yeah.
I want to go back by the fire pits. There's two like stoves, and they used to burn the bodies in those.
Oh,
and
wow.
we want to go that far.
Yeah, there's 3 ovens. Yeah, there's 3 ovens just down the bank of the river.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's crazy.
So, yeah.
Well, that's going to be a fun investigation to watch. But I do have a question for you guys. After you were no longer done with, or you were no longer with this old team, what made you guys want to keep going and start Enlightened Souls Paranormal? Like, was there just that love of the paranormal there, or do you think it's your calling, or what do you think?
It's the passion.
And
this is a family. It's amazing how God, I feel, has brought this whole team together. How somehow He's brought everybody in. Our paths have crossed.
Okay.
Oh wow! There you go. Yeah.
Amber says, crazy you say that because I live next to a Indian burial ground directly next door to it, and I would see a dark 7-foot-ish shadow figure in my living room. It's a few different times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's insane.
So
Amber is right next door to this place that you guys are investigating.
Well, we actually talked to the owner of the property, And as we were getting the children's names, we were writing them down.
Okay.
And when he showed up, he had a book of all the children since recorded times who have drowned right there in that river. And we matched 90% of the names on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, this is amazing that you guys got these names. And I said, well, they were talking to us.
Yeah, right.
You know, the girl, I actually put, was it my REM pod or yours, Barb, on the swing?
It was yours.
Mine. So I stuck my REM pod on the swing and set it up. And we said, if you want to get on here and swing, you know, I'll push you. And all of a sudden the REM pod started going off and the swing started moving back and forth by itself.
No way.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's all on video. And then I just pushed it real gently, you know, because I didn't want my REM pod to fall and break. So I was doing real gently, you know, and yeah, it's an amazing place. You just have to be careful when you go there because there are cottonmouths, you know, there are copperhead snakes there. So there's some things that are venomous.
I say no to no ropes.
So when you guys go back there, knowing that there's Indian burial grounds, would you bring an offering?
Yes, I'm going to take some red man tobacco, and then we'll take some tobacco, and then what I'll do is I'll have to research what Indians were in that area, what tribe.
Yeah.
And what we normally do is we go to YouTube, and let's say it's the Iroquois Indian. I'll type in Iroquois peace drum dance. And we bring that up and we play that over a loudspeaker that we have, you know, a Bluetooth speaker, and then we leave the offering for them. And it seems to work, especially it works really well in residential areas where people are having residential paranormal activity, and it ends up being that they have Native American spirits, because we're right on the Illinois River here in Peoria. So we deal with that a lot. And as a matter of fact, we have the help from an Indian chief that's in a tree at Tammy's house.
Yep.
His soul is literally in the tree.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, you said his soul is in the tree. Did he like hang himself or something, or?
Go ahead,
No.
Tammy.
I did some research. He was a chief. I'm echoing back to myself a lot.
Someone's got a mute or something.
He was a chief in this area, well-known Chief Black Partridge. He came back to this area when his whole village was in this area, and he had gone off to try and make peace with the American soldiers. And when he came back, his villages were burned down, and they ended up being pushed out and sent to a little bit south of here. But when he knew he was dying, he came back to this area to be buried.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow. Well, I suppose because like you said, he was chief of the area, right?
mhm.
Like kind of kept out of it now. Okay. And so he's in the tree at your house. That's amazing. And so to follow Enlightened Souls Paranormal, you can see the links here in the comments. They're also down in the description. If you cannot get them in the comments here, I beg of you guys to please go check out Enlightened Souls Paranormal, because they are an amazing group. Which here in a little bit, Kara, we're gonna give you the floor, because you actually worked with Shawn, correct, on a case here in Minnesota.
We talked about it a little bit, and he gave me some advice.
Okay, so we'll get into that in a little bit here, but so you guys are, like you said, and the thing is, in the paranormal field, para-unity is what we always focus on. We focus a lot on para-unity. You guys are not a paranormal team. You guys are a family. Now, if there was ever drama within your team, how do you guys handle that?
We help.
Go ahead.
Well, we help whoever's having the drama. Whatever the situation is, the rest of the team comes together to help that person.
That's fantastic.
Yep. That's how you do it.
Honestly, you guys are the definition of pair unity. I mean, just within your team alone, you know, I know what team you guys were on before. I used to watch videos of your old team, and I loved it. It was fantastic. Now, I've watched videos of Enlightened Souls Paranormal as well. And when you guys are out on the field doing an investigation, you guys are so professional about it. Now, how long have you guys been doing paranormal investigations?
Since December 21st, was it? I'm trying to think when we actually became Enlightened Souls. It was before the new year. So I think.
Yeah, it was in December.
It was in December
of last year.
We're all the same team, Amber. It's been about 2 years professional. I would say semi-professionally 2 years.
Right.
But like I've been seeing spirits since I was 5-6 years old.
Wow.
I had a little girl that would sit in my toy room and play with my G.I. Joes with me. And she looked real to me. She didn't look translucent. You couldn't see through her.
Okay.
But as I got older, I realized I was getting bigger and she wasn't.
Okay.
And her name was Melinda.
Oh.
And
wow.
I asked her one day, I says, how come I'm getting older and you're not? And I remember plain as day, I remember the laugh. She's like, silly, I'm a spirit. Yeah, she went, silly, I'm a spirit.
Cute.
And then she just vanished.
But before we go any farther, we need to hear that laugh again.
It's a little girl's giggle, you know what I mean?
That's fantastic.
I do the same giggle. I do the same giggle during an Ozzy Osbourne song. So
is that the giggle you make when someone tickles your tummy on an investigation?
No, that would be the Pillsbury Doughboy. Yeah, that's that one.
No, he just gets bit and scratched. That's what he gets.
I'm the one who gets scratched and bitten and choked, and yeah.
We throw him in front of the bus, man. We know a spirit's coming to scratch us. We just say, here's my.
Well, I mean, you know, if a spirit comes on the obelisk or a spirit comes on the SB, the spirit box, and it says scratch, I just put my hand out. Come on, do it. Here it is. Go for it.
Yep.
You know, you said you're going to do it. Now I'm going to hold you to it. Scratch me.
Here's the thing. Since you are considered the lead investigator and founder, Mark, you got to level with me here, man. For one, I mean, my name is Marcus. Your name is Mark. We get picked on because we are the Marks.
That's correct.
We always take the bullet. We are the founders, so we get the crap. And
We sacrifice you as tribute.
Yeah, see, you did too.
You
know what? And you guys will keep sacrificing me until you get this non-existent calendar.
Yes. What I'll have to do for you said it has to be sexy, right?
I guess so.
Okay, Shawn, you and I and Alex, we're gonna go out and get some Victoria's Secret lingerie and do a photo shoot.
Make sure to wear my best makeup too.
I pay for it. It's okay. I pay for it.
I already know.
And then the caption will be. Then we'll put. Hey, Shawn, we'll put the caption. Are you enlightened?
Maybe a little
here's perfect. All right, so if you're gonna make your calendar, are you enlightening? So I get to headline our calendar, my calendar, as I'm bringing spirits up. I'm bringing people's spirits up.
What is that noise?
I know. I keep saying it too. What is that noise?
So to answer Amber's question, we are two separate teams. The screen beside me and the screen beside them and below Shawn there, that is Enlightened Souls Paranormal. That is one separate team. And then me, Mike and Rachel below me, Cara and Brandon beside them, and T, our newest person jumping in, we are Minnesota Spirit Hunters. So we're two separate teams.
Oh.
And there is Enlightened Souls Paranormal TikTok, so go and check them out on TikTok. Poor Mark always getting thrown to the wolves first.
That's correct.
Victor. That's Victor.
Yep, we all know. And then I cannot see you guys in Victoria's Secret.
No.
Oh my!
Okay, so
We can't unsee that in our mind.
No. I mean, come on, Shawn.
Well, we could do a month by month. You know what I mean? And when we get to October, like for Halloween, we could have Barb with all her dolls surrounding her.
Shawn would be
I would
the
So Mike and Brandon, you guys are in on this too, right?
Oh, of
Yes,
course.
he is.
I already told you I am not being no cameraman for a calendar. Not gonna happen.
I already have a leopard thong.
All right. No, I'm gonna make this clear. If we make a calendar, you are not the cameraman. You are the poster boy of the calendar.
Oh.
Oh, you better watch it, man. He'll put some naughty little outfit on
Brandon, you'll have to get those firefighter suspenders on and show them muscles, man, and put some baby oil on.
We could do like a deal with a place that makes equipment and well-placed equipment.
Be right back.
Like the EMF and everything.
This show just got awkward.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's Mark's fault.
I said it the other day too. It was just a joke.
Marcus and Marcus. I always call him Marcus.
You want to kiss
Sorry,
me?
T. I'm covering your face there, T, with the comments. I apologize about that. Amber says, I have a much smaller team of just my husband and I. I, too, have started seeing spirits at the age of 5. My living room would be full of people laughing, talking, drinking, smoking, until I was 10 by everyone seeing the people.
Starting to look like NWO over here.
They thought they'd be funny.
I don't know. I'm starting to see.
We missed something.
Yeah, I think so.
He's the bearded lady.
No, that's Hulk Hogan. Now it's black again.
Hey, there's
It's a
never
boy.
Are you gonna wear that in your photo shoot?
show.
I like the black girl.
Never a dull moment with the Enlightened Souls Paranormal.
Yes, so the attention is now turned away from me. And Matt, if you're watching this, we're documenting that Enlightened Souls is releasing a calendar instead of me. Moving on.
Oh, don't worry, Mark. It's gonna come right back around.
Not me anymore.
I'll make those calendars sell.
There we go. All right, so let's turn our attention back to the paranormal.
Okay.
So I will tell you, Marcus, there was one time, and this is with the old team, we went to a place down in Missouri.
Beatty Mansion.
I wasn't going to mention names, but okay, it was Beatty Mansion. And Barb and I went to the basement, and there was a very, very heavy feeling down there.
Okay.
So Barb had her little Boo Bear, and we went into one room because we had one of our mediums, psychic mediums. She was still in Peoria, Illinois. She's 5 hours away, right?
Okay.
And she calls us, totally describes the room to a T that Barb's in. And I was impressed because I was like, wow, now that's impressive when you can describe the room to a T, right? And she says, Barb, you're not alone. And Barb kind of looked at me and she goes, there's about 23 children's spirits in that room with you. They're hiding.
Wow.
So I'm in the room next door to Barb, right? I'm in the room next door to Barb. And that's where this heavy feeling is. And I'm standing in there and I'm like, who's in here, you know? And over my spirit box, it starts telling me to leave now. And I'm like, no, I'm not going nowhere. And so help me God, it felt like a guy the size of Brandon shoved me in the chest against the door, the open door. And everybody's yelling, what was that? And I said, I just got shoved really hard.
Wow.
And then the psychic on the phone, she goes, His name's Mitch, Mark. Get your holy water out, splash it towards the wall where the window is, and tell him he is bound to that wall. And I started doing it, an X like this.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, even on the camera, you can see the shadow of a man appear on the bricks.
Ooh.
I was about, seriously, I was prepared to almost crap my pants right there. I mean, I was like, wow, this has actually happened, right?
Mate, I did have dreams too.
So she tells Barb, she says, Barb, grab your Boo Bear and tell the children to follow you. They're no longer captive by Mitch. And Barb did. She grabbed her Boo Bear and she says, children, follow me. And she went running up the stairs, like down the hallway towards the upstairs. And the stationary camera we had aimed down the hallway, we counted 23 orbs that came out of that and followed Barbara.
Oh,
yeah.
Very cool.
That's what we had our views.
And then about 10, 15 minutes later, the medium calls us back and she says, guys, good job. All the children are crossed over.
Wow.
And that's when I started talking to Mitch. And I says, Mitch, I want you to know something. I am not your enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I will actually pray for you that you can be forgiven for what you've done, because I think he was torturing children when he was alive, let alone when he was dead and in spirit form.
Right.
So,
which makes sense. Yeah.
So we left it at that.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, since we are talking about investigations, let's hear a little bit about a couple of investigations that you've done. Now, I saw a little bit about your investigation at the Pollock Hospital and Cemeteries Recon. Why don't we hear a little bit about that one?
Pollock Hospital was part of the Bartonville Insane Asylum.
Oh.
It was originally a children's ward, and then it got turned into a TB ward, tuberculosis.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at that, Kiki. But I was walking down the hallway with the owner.
Okay.
And I felt something play with my hair back here, and I turned around. I thought it was him playing a joke on me, and there was nobody there. And I kind of ignored it, We kept walking down the hallway talking about, because he's going to renovate this place into an actual Halloween haunted house, even though it's actually haunted. Okay. And all of a sudden in my right ear, I hear this. Hi.
Wow.
And I turned and looked, and he heard it. He goes, that's I forget her name, Linda, I think Linda or something like that. And I said, what's Linda? He goes, she used to be a patient here, and she would walk up to people and like play with their hair, and she would nibble on their ears, and she was just kind of a gal. So she's doing the same thing after death.
Nibbling at the ears.
Why does that remind me of you, Rachel? I don't know.
We've all been nibbled at one point in time. It's fine.
I think Victor's asking what would be next for you guys as far as new investigations and locations. We've got one on our radar right now. We were actually supposed to go there this upcoming Friday, and we postponed it.
Okay.
For October 22nd, because there is so much going on in this house. Her security cameras she has sent us pictures.
And videos.
And videos, but the pictures of her security cameras are probably some of the best pictures of apparitions I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
One appears to be maybe a colonial soldier or a Quaker, kind of a long coat.
Okay.
But there was something one night, and we created our own little chat room with the lady that lives there, and she got on there and was showing us where something was actually trying to manifest at the end of her bed.
Yeah.
Really?
You could see it. And I'm like, oh my God, do you feel safe? And she goes, yeah, I don't feel like I'm in danger.
Okay.
Several.
So, and faces everywhere. You can see faces in the ceilings, faces in the walls, faces in the doors, all over. So apparently she did some research, and across the street from where she lives, there was a battle. So it was a Revolutionary War or Civil War battle. We're not sure which.
Okay.
But there was a battle over there. And I'm thinking that's where the soldiers coming from. But Shawn, you can probably, you looked at the pictures more than anybody. Why don't you talk to us about those?
Like I said, she would show us pictures of her door. You can see faces forming in them. The corners of her ceiling or on the wall in certain areas, they would be manifesting into different forms.
What about her skin? Remember that video of her skin?
Sent us a picture of her tattoos. It looks like they're getting erased from the inside out.
Whoa.
And also, when she had her hands just sitting normal in front of us, her skin looks like it was moving like there was something under it.
It was crazy.
What?
Yeah. We've got all the videos. They're on our chat room. I mean, I'll be glad to share them with you.
I love it.
One of our people want to get on here, Michelle. She's just messaged on her feed.
Yeah. She wants to come on?
Yeah, she wants to come on. I don't have the link, so.
Okay. So the link is up in the group chat.
I don't know that she's in there.
I don't think she's in there.
Okay. What is?
Hold on, I'm going to it now. I got it. Let me forward it to her.
Okay.
I was gonna say what's her last name.
I didn't mean to butt in, but
no, you're good. So I want to turn the attention a little bit to your live investigation of Private Moline. That one looked a little interesting to me.
So which one?
The one in Moline.
Private Moline.
Oh, okay.
Is that the one where Greg crossed over?
Yes, that's the one where Greg crossed over.
I thought so.
Even people on live actually saw the orb go up.
Yeah, there was.
Cool.
Yeah.
Another person who was on our team who's no longer with us, Alicia. Her and I were in the bedroom. We were in the bedroom and we were saying a prayer for Greg. And I was like, God, please open the gates of heaven. Let Greg see the light so your child can come and be with you. And blah. And all of a sudden, you just see this bright white orb go straight up, just.
Yep, it was really cool.
And then all the instruments go dead.
Mm-hmm.
Everything went dead. REM pod dead. K2's dead. Everything went dead in that room. He was gone.
Wow.
It was crazy.
And he was just a lost spirit, and he was confused and didn't know how to cross over. He wanted to. He asked us. He says, "I want to cross over."
Yeah.
So we said some prayers, and yeah. So we helped him cross over, and I've got that video.
Oh,
okay. All right. Well, here is Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
How are you?
Doing good. So, Shawn, what is it you wanted Michelle to tell us? Shawn, you're muted, buddy.
What?
What did you want Michelle to tell us?
Oh, I have no idea.
He's on his phone, so he's muted. He's muted so you guys can hear him because he's right next to
Can you hear me, Shawn? Yeah, your microphone is muted.
Yeah, I can hear you.
It needs to be because we can't have two microphones right next to each other.
So what did you want Michelle to tell us?
He's right next to us. You can hear him through our.
So what did you want Michelle to tell us? About Joliet.
We could slightly hear.
You might have to mute yours, Tami, so Shawn can unmute his and talk.
No views on Jolly yet.
It's not muting.
There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Gotta bring up my voice. Yeah. Well, what's your views on it, Michelle, from what you've seen in the videos that we've seen on Joliet?
Well, I what I felt rather than more what I've seen. I feel that there's some really interesting things going on there. Like, I think it's, and honestly, some things there are so powerful that they can actually give you anxiety by just viewing them.
Wow. That's insane. Are we talking about this private investigation that you're going to be doing?
Yes. October 22nd.
Okay.
I've been having about this, so just be careful.
Okay. Okay, so when everybody's not talking, sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. Mark, just so you know, there's some things, some views that I'd like to explain to you in a private conversation.
Okay.
But other than that, I could just say in general, there's a generalized heavy presence when viewing the videos alone. So being in person is going to be some really heavy stuff.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like it. We're actually going through something similar. It's not that bad, but Cara, Brandon, yeah, you guys are the only ones here that went with us, but the one in Finlayson. We're going through some similar stuff like that, but it's not on that level. But we have a private residence over in Finlayson, Minnesota, that we're doing, and some crazy stuff was happening there. We took one of our other mediums, our other medium in there, and the things that they were getting things, and in one area in one of the bedrooms, they were getting a weird reading, a weird feeling or whatever, and they could feel things before we can, whatever. And then me and our lead investigator went over to that area that they were feeling it, and basically confirmed what those mediums were getting, because it was happening to us too. It was weird. So we're going through very similar things. We could talk about it a little closer to when it's supposed to be released, but we've been asked by the owner not to share very much. So
right,
until we do get it all filmed and put together.
Make sure you always privacy number one. Privacy is number one priority.
Exactly, and that's kind of what we base everything on. Before we even start an investigation, we have what do you call them? Waivers. I guess we can call them that. We have people sign waivers like property release, and then we have I don't remember what the other one's called, but we have every single customer or client sign a paper before we can even start filming, just for their privacy, just to cover our butts if anything happens. We're covered with everything. So yes.
Yeah. So we also have a waiver of liability that we have them sign, and then we also have them sign a permission to use likeness form. Okay. Which means if we're going to film and their face is on there, they're giving us permission to put their face on the internet or on TV or whatever, their likeness. Yep.
Exactly.
So we use that as well. Yep.
Liability release. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, and if we bring guests, like sometimes we'll have competitions on Facebook and people will win and they get to be a guest on one of our, investigations. First thing when they show up, they sign a waiver of liability because.
Yep. Same thing with our team.
Yep.
Same thing. It's good to be organized. It definitely is. Now, so before we take our little intermission here, I have a question for our camera people here on the panel. So Brandon, Mike, and sorry, forgot your name.
Alex.
Okay. Brandon, Mike, and Alex. When we're
Alex.
Sorry, baby's throwing up.
Aww.
Brandon, you
Poor little one.
want to take the floor for a minute?
Yeah.
Oh,
So, Bobby, we're all talking about the tech guys all of a sudden. What are your thoughts on like an 8-camera like DVR system hooked up to a monitor?
You said what?
We didn't catch all that, Brandon.
A lot of echo.
What are your thoughts on a DVR system that you can set up to a monitor that's got like 8 different cameras that you can position around a place?
See, that's something I would have to.
About a DVR. Yeah, that's about me. There's some DVR system that you can set up around the place.
You did, Mark.
No, this camera guy did. He's asking Alex that. What do you think about it?
You hearing us okay?
I'm like confused.
I guess, Alex, what he's talking about is what we were talking about a few weeks ago. Getting a night vision security camera system and putting it on tripods.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a screen of one. Oh, there's the one that was fussy.
Yeah. She was sleeping, woke up, and I guess her stomach's not feeling good or anything. She threw up. So
hi, princess.
Yeah. So great question, by the way, Brandon. Now, my question back to our camera people: when an investigation is being filmed and everything, you guys are obviously most of the time behind the team and everything, kind of filming, from behind us. When that happens, are you guys ever like afraid to be behind in case something happens, or what are your thoughts on that?
No, because I get to see stuff moving around behind you guys.
Yeah, we all get bit before him.
Usually I'm not too worried unless it seems like there's a lot of activity going on. But generally, I'd say not really worried.
Okay.
So Alex is actually a sensitive.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he'll actually walk into the room and go, "Oh, there's something in here." And the girls are looking at each other like, "We were going to say that."
I don't know. There might possibly be more. We never know.
Right, exactly.
Time will tell on that one.
Right.
Mark, I wish Chris could have been in here on this one too, because he would have really been able to say some things about the camera things and stuff, because he's also coming into his sensitivities too. But
Right.
he's at work until 10. I'm sitting in the car.
He's making pizzas, man.
Working now.
I'm
on my way.
Right now. Well, he is. I'm just waiting.
Awesome. All right, so we are going to take a short intermission, and when we come back, we are going to talk a little bit about the P3 program, future plans for Enlightened Souls Paranormal, and we're also going to give and our little work together event for one of our investigations, and we're going to turn the stage over to the hunters, so that they can get any questions they have for Enlightened Souls Paranormal. So we will be right back, Until then, we'll see you guys in just a few minutes.
That's why I'm laughing. I see me holder.
Sorry.
And we are back with Enlightened Souls Paranormal. Amazing panel tonight with some of our hunters here. And we are turning the stage over right now to the rest of the hunters to talk a little bit about investigations with Enlightened Souls. So, Brandon, co-host, take it away.
You're muted, Brandon. There you go.
What is your favorite part about setting up for investigations, and what is your part that you don't like about setting up for investigation?
Setup.
Yeah. What do you like about setting up, and what don't you like about setting up?
I think, I'll go first. I think what I like doing is the research on the location that we're going to go to. So when we get there, we kind of have an idea of what happened where in the house. So if there was a murder, or someone died in the bedroom or whatever, you have a general idea of what's going on. Of course, you don't know all the history because some houses are so old it's not recorded, right? Or the records have been disposed of. As far as setting up, I like the fact that the girls will walk through the house, sense what they can sense before we ever send cameramen in to set up stationary cameras and things like that, trigger objects, things like that. They actually walk through. They'll do a walkthrough. Before we do anything, even before that, we have a prayer session. We'll go to Tami's house and do a meditation session and a cleansing. So we do a lot of preparation before we go into a residence, because you don't know what to expect, you know? So
I like how you all do it as a team, and like I think we all do it individually before we go. It'd be kind of cool to do a meditation together as a team.
No, we do it as a team. We get together, what, about once a month, Tami? We'll all go to Tami's house. Tami's a Reiki master, so she's given us her Maneki rites little by little, and she helps us meditate and ground and cleanse.
Cool.
Go ahead and have some.
My question is, how do you feel about traveling?
How do you what?
Oh. How do you feel about traveling?
Doesn't bother me. I like to travel.
Shawn lives the farthest away from us. He's 45 minutes away.
What's the farthest investigation you went to?
I'd say Manly so far. For me.
Get in there.
That's about a 2-hour drive for Shawn to go to Manly, Illinois.
Is this lagging?
Yeah, it's lagging a little bit.
Is ours? Is ours lagging?
I don't know.
6 hours.
Are we lagging? Can you hear us?
6 hours.
I think they're lagging.
It's
No.
6 hours.
What's your dream investigation?
Missouri was our part of this, wasn't it, Mark?
Yeah. And the worst part of that investigation was you getting a $500 speeding ticket.
Ooh.
So good coffee.
We're lagging. For some reason.
We were literally within 3 miles or 4 miles of the town, and the state cop pulled Barb over.
No.
Yeah. It was when we were with the other team.
Oh,
and
no.
The leader told her to put her foot in it. We got to get there.
No.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I think
$500 speeding ticket. It was 100.
How much? It's cutting out real bad. All of a sudden, we're lagging really bad.
I was right before the ramp. Right before the ramp.
Yeah, I know.
Marcus, is our screen lagging or are we good?
You're good.
No, you're good. You're clear.
Let's see. Can you hear me now? It was only $180.
Oh, only $180.
It's only money.
Yeah, $180.
Yeah, you can't take it with you.
It's lagging really bad.
Yeah. Hi, Princess.
Say hi.
Hi, Princess.
$180.
I hate long distance driving.
$180.
I mean, I think what I hate the most is when you pay good money to go to a location that you hear is so awesome. You know, there's all kinds of activity and you pay the money, you go in there and there's nothing.
Yeah, that sucks.
You know, it's almost like sometimes the spirits are like, oh no, not again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like almost they're like, no, we don't want to do this again.
Right, exactly. There you go. Now you're waving. Now, you guys have said what's the farthest you have drive. Now, what's the farthest you would drive for an investigation? Is there a cutoff there or no?
Well, I mean, I've driven all the way from Illinois out to do an investigation with Brandon Crotty, and that was in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, that was tight, man, because we got there, we got about 3 hours sleep in a hotel, we got up, we ate, and then we went to the hotel that was the haunted hotel. We did an investigation for about 4 or 5 hours, and we had to leave. And I literally got home, took a shower, and had to leave. And I had to go do sound check and a concert that night. So I was drained, man.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was drained.
Wow.
But yeah. But I do.
That's why I got married.
Now, I heard something about Minnesota. Can we say that again?
I said thoughts about Minnesota.
Traveling.
Yes. I've been there.
I'd love to go.
I've been to Minnesota. I used to work for GE Wind. I used to build wind turbines, man. I've been to Minnesota. Trust me.
So what's keeping you then?
Nothing. Just got to find the time. Got to find the time. And the other thing is everybody on the team's got extracurricular things we do.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm the one with the most free time.
Who is?
Shawn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's tough for him. He's got to try to find time between strippers to be with us. But
Yeah.
Not a boy, Shawn. Not a boy. Can we get a round of applause for Shawn here?
yeah.
All right, so let's turn our attention a little bit over to your podcast, the Wolfpack podcast. Exactly. Now, are you just starting this podcast out, or has it been going for a while, or?
It's about a month.
Right? Yeah, about a month.
How's that going?
Good so far.
It'd be going really good if our guests would just come on.
Well, I'm going to throw it out there, man. Anytime you need to fill in for a guest and Minnesota Spirit Hunters ain't busy, we're there, man.
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
We love podcasts. It gets a lot sometimes, but we love our podcasts.
We've had to have lots of open mic nights.
We do.
We've got the next 3 scheduled so far, so we'll see what happens.
We got up until February 2023 scheduled.
Nice.
My opinion, honestly,
we schedule a whole. Sorry, Brandon. We schedule a whole season in advance.
Oh.
Yeah. My opinion, honestly, is sometimes the open mic nights actually turn out to be some of the best.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yes.
I definitely agree with that.
So, if you don't mind, I'd like to share my screen.
Yes.
I'm going to show you a picture, and this is a tiger's eye. Okay.
Okay.
The tiger eye you're going to see was coal black.
Oh.
Right. It turned gray when Shawn placed it and held it against a 13-year-old boy's forehead, and the spirit that was within him was commanded to go into the stone. I want you to look at the face that's in this stone.
Okay.
Okay, here it comes.
By the way, new face here, Dan Carey. Welcome. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Dan.
Appreciate the love. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, there it is. All right, sharing.
Flagging.
Whoa.
Look at that face.
Wow.
To the nose, the eyes, the mouth.
You know what? Here we go. Oh, wow. Now
Nice
I see
eagle beak.
clearly.
Looks like he has a big nose.
That's crazy.
Now, I'll tell you, what even made it crazier is when Shawn asked it its name.
Ooh.
And it came on the spirit box and says Beelzebub.
What?
Yep.
Nope.
Wow.
That's exactly what it said to Shawn. It goes, I am Beelzebub.
Wow.
And so we dug a hole about 2 feet deep, the whole bottom about a ½ inch of salt, put the tiger eye in the middle, covered it in salt, and then put the dirt on top. So whatever part of Beelzebub that was in that boy, it's in there for at least 2 years. It's going to take about 2 years for the rain and everything to wash the salt away so he can get out.
Yeah. And when did you do this?
That was actually my first investigation. Well, second investigation with them. The second time back with them.
That was what, springtime?
Yeah.
So not too long ago. So
Not too long ago, no.
I've only been on the team for about 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, so when that salt does wash away, do you have a plan to go and maybe redo everything, or?
Hopefully, he just leaves everybody alone.
So who wants to answer this question?
What?
Beelzebub is about the third in command of Satan's boys.
So one of those higher level demonic creatures.
Yep, he's about third in command.
Yeah, he would be the equivalent of Uriel.
Yep.
He's the brother of Satan, basically, is the way I know things.
Like how easily did it give up its name? Because usually aren't demonic entities, don't they usually hide giving a name?
Oh my God.
Keep breaking up. I can't hear it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, don't demonic entities like struggle, or I shouldn't say struggle. It's like hard to get their name out of them.
Sometimes it did with us with Beelzebub first. What? It took us almost a half hour to get it out of the 13-year-old boy.
Gotcha.
Beelzebub's the demon of gluttony.
Ooh.
So, Marcus, I don't know if you can do that, but in our private chat room, I posted something. Can you take that and put it in the regular comments? So Dan,
very possible. Yes, I can.
Because I can't type in the comments.
That's weird. Anyway, yes, I could do that. Just let me grab that here.
Well, I think one of the things that's been said for years and years is that once you have their name, it's more easily to have power over them.
Yeah.
Yes. So one night when we were with the old team, we were at the Springdale Cemetery here in Peoria. It's the largest cemetery in Illinois. And we went to the old part of the cemetery. And we were walking around, and all of a sudden I felt it just get super heavy. And the leader of the team was with me, and he had his SB7 out, and he says, "Who's here with us? Who's here?" And it came on and goes, "Zozo." Dude, we got out of there. I said, "I ain't playing with Zozo.
Yeah.
Now, that's actually what I was going to ask. Who or what is the most terrifying thing that you have came in contact, like, ever?
Barb.
$10,
that's something else.
Yeah, just wait. I'll make one of my dolls put a hex on you, Mark. You better watch it.
That's
Hey, I'll have one in your closet.
See what I'm talking about?
Correct me if I'm not. Barb's gonna put the poo on him, right, T?
That was the quickest answer all night. So
I got over 100 dolls, man. Probably close to 200.
You know, you remind me of a very specific person.
Lisa?
You guys love your dolls.
Can you show us one of your dolls?
Yes, can we see one of your dolls?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. My favorite doll that she has, Marcus, is a Littlefoot doll. Ran before time, right? Now, Littlefoot, if you push the button on his back, you have to push the button. He'll kind of go like with his neck, right? Like the tongue comes out. Yeah, that's what he does, right? So this thing sits by itself, and all of a sudden you'll be talking to this child's spirit, and you'll ask it a question like, "Are you in that doll?" And that thing will start doing that. Now,
I'm sorry, I missed your demonstration. Can we see it again?
Oh, you gotta pay for another one.
He's looking at me on my lap.
Chicken. No, that's not as funny.
seems like he's practicing.
But anyway, Alex even said, "Now this thing doesn't talk. It doesn't have a voice, right?" But Alex has said in the morning he'll get up and it'll say good morning to him.
Yeah, like go off and greet.
Here's one of mine, guys.
The front room. He's actually in the front room, and I'll walk from my bedroom, and you cross the dining room to the kitchen, and then you got the front room, and I'm not even near Littlefoot. All of a sudden, he'll go, "Hello," and he'll be doing his little neck thing, and
Whoa, that's like a life-size doll.
Yeah,
This
so
is one of my
this
mannequins.
is one of T's dolls. Here, we're gonna put her on solo.
Ooh, that's some serious stuff there.
Except my daughter broke her arm.
where'd you get her?
Actually, she was my mom's, and she's a mannequin. And
She looks like Tawny Katane from Whitesnake.
You would bring that up.
her name is Lucy. I named her Lucy. I also have a stand-up one, but she's a lot older than Lucy is, and her name is Victoria, and that was my mom's favorite. But
wow.
That one definitely has a spirit in it.
Yeah, and the other one does too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The other one's over in this one. She's more risque. Like she likes to. She likes. Yeah. Well, I went to Texas. Yeah, I went to Texas and I haven't changed them from their Easter outfits. But, yeah, the Victoria, she's very modest and she doesn't like to show off. Yeah, she's very quiet. But Lucy is more outgoing and She likes to show off her figure. So,
Hey, Victor, she's gonna send her. Hey, give her your address, Victor, and Lucy can come home to you.
Yep.
There she's a freak in the sheets.
yeah, she's. I actually bought this one for my mom here in Minnesota. The other one, Victoria, she was actually found in Illinois. And she was outside next to a barn, and it was pouring down rain, and one of our friends decided to go up to the farmer's house and ask if he would be willing to sell Victoria. And they said, yeah, sure. And her nose was broke, and she had some fingers that were broken. And so my mom got her and brought her to Minnesota. Like I said, she was found in Illinois, and brought her to Minnesota and fixed her all up. So
that's cool.
Yeah, she's very heavy, and my daughter can't bring her over here. Otherwise, I'd bring her over here.
So T, have you ever seen either one of them move?
I have not.
They do in the middle of the night.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
They do.
My son has cameras up, and they're usually open, but we've never caught anything on camera either. So
yes, Dan, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yes, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they can.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually,
Barb experienced that.
Actually, a lot of demons will actually go into chickens.
Barb experienced that firsthand.
Kara's face.
Yeah, actually, I had two spirits in me. One was from childhood, and one was from our investigation, just taking over me. It's not like a possession, like you see my head spinning. You know what I mean? Boy, I would.
Barbara used to seeing that with you. That's not nothing new.
That's just all more of the reason to butcher and eat it.
You just see a chicken walking up saying,
we noticed a really big difference in Barb. Just by the way she was texting, the way she was talking. I did some personal PMs with Tami, and I said, have you noticed any differences in Barb? And she goes, yes. And we all talked, and we got Barb to come over to Tami's, and I've actually got pictures where you can see them. Shawn and Tami were doing a ritual over her to get this thing out of her, and right above Barb, you could see this face looking down at her. It is.
Oh my gosh!
Let me see if I have it on my computer.
Yeah, I can go up to see that.
Yeah, actually, there's two in me. One from my childhood, because when I was growing up, I had a really bad childhood with abuse and just, it was awful. And I think I obtained that one of them from my childhood. The other one, I think, came from an investigation, but not sure which one.
She didn't even have an SLS when me and Tami were working on.
No, not a chicken. But you know what? I think roosters are all freaking demons. I think Satan made the roosters.
Hey, don't be mean to the big black Jersey cock at a certain location.
No, there's this rooster named Big Black Jersey Cock. One of our investigations.
That wasn't his name. That's just his breed.
I know that, but that's what they named it. Big Jock. No, even though it's the breed.
No one knows.
Good night. I love you. The lady said it with a straight face, but we could not. We can't hold it in. We laughed so hard about the Big Black Jersey Cock.
All right, so we do have a few more questions for you guys, and then Mark, if you find that picture, feel free to send it to me. I have to put it up for everybody.
Hey Marcus, I sent you a picture of Victoria in your messenger in your under your name.
Oh, okay. Let me grab that. If I know where my phone is. Found it.
I'm thinking Victoria's long hair, reddish.
Well, I have wigs. Like my mom bought wardrobes. They have shoes. They have wigs. So normally she likes to have a blonde wig on, a long blonde wig. But in the picture that I sent, she's not wearing her long blonde wig. And this is actually the one Lucy likes to wear. No. She loves to wear this auburn one. This is her favorite.
See, I seen the auburn.
Oh, no, Victoria likes blonde. She likes to be blonde.
So she actually got the auburn that I was seeing. I wasn't even really paying attention to that. I kept thinking Victoria had the auburn hair.
No. She worn it. I put it on her, but
that's probably what I'm seeing.
Yeah, probably. But she doesn't like it.
She's real quiet.
She's very quiet.
I've got that picture now.
There she is.
Oh, look at her. That's like Princess Diana.
Yeah, what I was seeing, like a darker, like
third blonde.
Yeah,
she's gorgeous.
Mark, you can feel free to send me that picture.
Yeah.
On Messenger.
Okay.
It looks like she walked straight from the 60s.
Yeah.
I do love her. Oh God, I'd take her in.
Yeah, my mom always wanted to have a male mannequin, and I'm like, why? And she goes, so I could dress him up in a tuxedo and he could serve the girls.
It's so funny.
You got it, Marcus.
Okay.
Your mom sounds like a riot.
She was a riot.
Is anybody else supposed to hear two booms?
All right.
She's
So
like a
for me,
Betty White, wasn't she? Was she like her mentality like Betty White? Funny.
My mom?
Yeah. She's real funny and would come up with the weirdest things.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like a Betty White character. That's what I'm getting at.
I don't know if she liked Betty White. I'm sure she did, but
yeah.
Hey, oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that face. Look at that face up above Tammy's hand, looking down at Barb.
Not only that,
You might have to blow it up somehow or something.
I am going to try.
It's kind of hard.
StreamYard doesn't really let you blow it up in it. So
Wow.
that is
But the face, you can see the face right here.
Yes.
I mean, right where she's pointing on that wall.
Yep. I see it there.
Now, do you notice something in that picture? This is taken with an SLS camera. Everybody has a stick figure, but Barb does not.
Oh, wow.
She didn't get a stick figure on the SLS for about 2 minutes after this thing left her body.
You know what's weird there? On the SLS, how the arms branch off of that body and everything.
Yeah.
Take a look at Barb there. The arm is kind of branching down. Barb's hand is pointing up.
Right.
Well, I think that's mapping Sean's leg.
That's leg. That's Sean's leg.
Yeah, that's Sean's leg, yeah.
But I had my arms down. No, I had them on my chest.
Wait, am I thinking of the wrong person here?
Yeah, the one standing is Tami.
Okay, so that's who I mean. Look at the arm there. The arm is kind of pointing down.
Oh.
Yeah, that's something else behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like its arm is grabbing Tammy's.
Yes.
Almost like it was trying to stop her.
It
It
was.
So
because she was using a tuning fork. Boom! You know, they can't stand those noises.
Wow. That's crazy. That's phenomenal that we caught that right here on this show.
Now, Marcus, I just sent you another picture. This is one of the apparitions on the security camera from Joliet.
Okay.
I want y'all to check this out.
We also buried that one with Barb in the salt too.
Yes, Dan, I seen the cross too. Look at this apparition, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, her security camera went off and said motion in the hallway. And she looked at the screen and she took a still of it. And then she went out in the hallway and there was nothing there.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
that's
yeah, let's
crazy.
look at this person.
Now, what I love about this picture is it's not like those other pictures you see from other sites where it's all grainy and fuzzy. This is crystal clear. This is a 4K cam.
Okay. Well, this
rating,
person,
isn't it?
this person in the red coat, this is the apparition, right?
Yeah.
That is
It's
phenomenal.
It looks like a person, not an apparition.
It's either a Quaker or a colonial soldier by looking at the coat and the pants and the boots.
Kind of looks like a
You kind of
Quaker.
can see the hat is somewhat tricorn.
Yeah, colonial.
And when you explode the picture up, even in the shower curtain behind, you see several faces in the shower curtain.
Yeah, if you blow it up, yeah.
With your permission, what I'd like to do is blow that picture up a little bit and then put it up on our next show.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We don't care.
Perfect.
Go for
That's
it.
phenomenal. Okay, so that has to make you feel good inside that you caught something that amazing.
Right.
That's
I
amazing.
mean, and that's what this investigating is all about is finding evidence where I mean, yes, we can get voices and we can get scratched and we can hear voices in our ears and we can catch things on our spirit boxes and get the REM pods to flash. But when you get a solid photograph like that,
yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's irrefutable.
You know what? I want you guys back on another episode of Minnesota Spiritcast with more evidence. This is amazing.
Oh, wait till we go up there. Now,
Marcus, y'all want to tune into that one?
Well, Barb, when we were on break, I was talking to Michelle, and Michelle told me that she's been having warning dreams. So spirits are warning her that we are in danger when we go there.
I told you.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, I told you. And it's targeting Shawn. That's who it's targeting the most, is Shawn.
Well, they better be careful with Shawn.
I know, but I'm saying they're targeting him.
Are you terrified there, Shawn?
Nope.
Shawn ain't terrified. Hey, Marcus, you know how I sing in a rock band? Okay, yeah. Shawn is a retired MMA champion.
Ah.
Yeah, he ain't scared of much of nothing.
No.
Not either.
That's awesome.
He's also an instructor for martial arts.
Heck, they'll be like, Barb, go to the basement. Okay, bye. That's how I am.
Oh yeah, especially the one place we went to, and they says, Barb, don't go in the basement because the spirit down there hates women. Boom, she's gone.
Oh,
yes,
geez.
I am.
Come to California, Dan says.
Yes, Dan, that is a spirit.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
All right, guys. Well, we have a few more questions for you, and then we're going to wrap up because some people have to work early in the morning.
Yeah, me too.
Because we're having a great time here, but we'll get you back on another episode. Now, let's talk a little bit about the P3 program. You guys have been a member of the P3 program since the program opened. Now, the question for you guys is, how beneficial do you guys think the P3 program has become for the paranormal field?
I think it's beneficial because of the fact there's so many skepticals and they can like watch all of us in different teams, and also to get our names all out there, especially. That's what I feel like it is. And it's just all family, you know, and we can like bounce back. Okay. And the other thing is too, we've ran into a couple paranormal teams that say, "Oh, we're not supposed to do it that way." Well, no, it's how you can do it, how you can perceive it. You can't sit there and say, "Well, Mark, you can't be doing it like that. You can't do that." It doesn't work that way.
You can't
Well,
do that.
See, the thing is I level with you on that because nobody is the same when you're investigating. You have your own method. You got to do what works for you. You know, you don't have to be on someone else's level to be a paranormal investigator. I don't care if you're starting at the very bottom. You're going to have your own method, and you stick to your method no matter what anybody says.
And the thing is, you're always learning something new. And each investigation, you're always learning something new. You are not going to be able to know everything.
Exactly.
So hey, Paracrew Podcast. So I always tell the new teams that are coming out, and they always say, "Hey, what advice can you give us?" You know, and my best advice to anybody new is just don't provoke.
Yes, don't provoke.
Don't walk into a place and go, "Come on, I want to see you do this. Come on." No. Would you want someone doing that to you?
No.
Okay. Be polite. Now, like we went to one house, right? It's called we call it the 1918 house, right? And we went in there, and the owner knows that there is an entire family of spirits in this house. There's a mother and father and children.
And a black jersey.
We set up all over. I know, Barb, the black jersey cock excites you, but but anyway, we went in there, and we had our devices, our REM pods, K2 meters. We had all of our stuff. We were getting nothing. I mean, I said, this guy for real? He said there's a whole family in here, right? So we started thinking like, okay, 1918. Everybody was super, super religious back then.
Mm-hmm.
My beloved Tammy, who's not on the screen right now.
Because my cat.
Your cat? Okay, Tammy sings karaoke. Tammy is a hell of a singer, right? Mm-hmm. She starts walking through the house singing Amazing Grace. One of the best versions of Amazing Grace I've ever heard in my life. It gave me goosebumps. All of a sudden, our instruments start lighting up. We start getting activity because they probably said to themselves, "Oh my God, they're religious. They're okay now."
Yeah.
So this I've got the audio. We were up in the attic because I told us to go up in the attic, and we're up in the attic and we're talking to the father. He's up in the attic.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, I have a Zoom H6, if you know what it is. It's a 6-track. Basically, it's a mini recording studio made by Zoom, right? It's portable. Yeah. I had it set, and it's so sensitive. I had it set by the stairs. We hear a woman singing a lullaby with our own ears.
Yes, we did. It was crazy.
And we went running down the stairs because there was a bedroom right across the hallway from where the door for the stairway going up the attic is, right? We go in that bedroom, there's the bed, there's the rocking chair, and the rocking chair is still rocking. Mm-hmm. I says, guys, we just heard the mother singing her baby to sleep.
And it was so beautiful too. It was so beautiful.
And we've got that EVP.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I cannot wait to meet you guys. This is going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to meet you.
Yeah, we'll come up to Minnesota, man. Hell yeah, man.
Or if we can meet halfway.
You know what? We'll go out in the wilderness looking for ghosts, and we'll find Bigfoot.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'm waiting.
I would not suggest wandering around the woods here in Minnesota. You know, there's bears, there's cougars, there's.
Oh, you got some play animals then.
Yeah. Paranormal consultant says, sadly, I have to head to bed, but wanted to share out and show my love and support to Minnesota Spirit Hunters and Enlightened Souls Paranormal families. Like and subscribe to these.
P-Love, man. P-Love. P3 love, man.
Yep. Very unity.
Oh, getting back to your question, Marcus. What I like most about the P3 program is the para-unity.
Yes,
Exactly.
That's what I said earlier. We're family.
Yeah. I mean, and I agree with Barb. There is no right way, no wrong way to investigate. You know what I mean? I mean, we use REM pod different than a lot of people do, right? So our REM pod, you have your different colors, right? The way we use it is we set it up, and of course the spirits will start playing with it and make all the lights flash, and it gets real pretty, right? We tell them stop, and it stops. That's it. Green light is no, blue light is yes. And we start asking questions, and we get very, very intelligent answers out of them that way. It's amazing.
She does the same thing with the EMF.
Yeah, I do the same thing with the EMF. Light it up for yes, it leads to orange. Leave it alone for no.
So actually, on our most previous investigation, which was actually right here in Mora, Minnesota, where I am, we did a grave site because it's our cemetery season, and we wasn't getting very much. And then Kara actually broke out the EMF meter and her tarot cards and started doing a little session, and we got some great things with the tarot cards, but we were able to combine the tarot cards and the EMF meter to kind of put 2 and 2 together, and we found out something absolutely phenomenal. And you guys might, Kara and Brandon, you might know what I'm talking about, but I can't say
I know
much.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. So
Yeah, I would save that for the episode.
yes, exactly. So all right, well, we got 2 more questions for you guys, and then we're gonna wrap up here. What's up?
It's okay.
Oh, okay. So I want to hear from Enlightened Souls Paranormal. This is asked on a lot of podcasts, but we've never heard from you guys. What would be your all-time dream investigation?
Waverly Hills.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
The place where the Shining was filmed.
Yes.
Stanley, yeah, Stanley Hotel.
Stanley. Or the Cecil Hotel. That would be awesome.
Cecil Hotel would be great.
Me personally, I'd say Ryman Auditorium, only because I want to see if it's true you can hear Hank Williams Sr. sing at night.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because he said that at midnight, around New Year's Eve, sing. Or really midnight every night. I can't quite remember the whole story about it.
We actually already went to the one that I wanted to go to, and that was where I used to live, where there was a
He hasn't
suicide.
said anything yet.
Okay. Okay. Now, Hunters, what is y'all's dream investigations? Myself would be Nopamine Sanitarium in Duluth. Yes.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love to do it, but it's not open anymore, so I can't do that. So I'm gonna have to go with my runner-up investigation, say the Queen Mary out of California.
Alcatraz.
Oh,
that's a cool one.
Something
environment.
That one's got a
Mine's a really long plane ride. Catacombs in France.
That's a cool place too. Yeah. I actually want to go. I'm going to answer. I actually want to go to the island of Capiz, which lies in the Philippines.
Oh,
very cool.
They have a spiritual creature there. You can look this up. It's called an aswang, ASWANG. I want to see one in real life.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
Maybe. I don't know if I would survive seeing one in real life. Very, very few people actually survive it. But yeah.
You know, another one that doesn't really come up very much, and I don't know if it's actually haunted or not, but I believe it is the Glen Sheen Mansion out of Minnesota.
Yeah.
There's another mansion in Duluth that's haunted, but it's not advertised as haunted. I was just there and could tell. That would be a really cool place too. I just don't remember the name.
Superior, Wisconsin.
Oh, sorry, Superior, Wisconsin.
What's it called?
I don't remember the name, but it's right over the bridge.
Okay. And you know, we are literally what, a 3-hour drive away from Superior.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't advertise as haunted. They just do regular tours.
Not even 3 hours, more like 2 maybe at the most.
Well, that's actually where we shot our season 2 premiere over in Superior. It's a really beautiful town. And the activity at that cemetery that we released for our season 2 premiere was crazy. It was awesome. And Cara and Brandon, I owe it all to those two because I didn't know about it until they told me about it. Because we actually had a plan.
You see?
Sorry. We actually had a plan to investigate a cemetery called Greenwood out of Duluth. And we couldn't get to this one because there was still snow on the ground. Cara had just gotten surgery at the time.
Kendra's ankle was hurt.
Other things. So we didn't want to walk. So we actually ended up driving over to Superior, and it turned out to be great. So,
yeah, I would also like to go to where One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was filmed. That's the Oregon State Hospital that's abandoned.
Yep. Wow.
In the basement, they had a crematory, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are over 5,000 urns in one room that you can go to. Can you imagine?
Wow.
So while they were filming, you can research this. While they were filming One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, a bunch of the camera people quit because they were getting touched, scratched, all kinds of stuff, and they were like, "No, this place is no, I'm done."
Oh my God!
So they were replacing camera people constantly during the filming of that. Yeah.
All right, Brandon, Mike, and Alex, right?
Yes, Alex.
Okay, Brandon, Mike, and Alex, would you guys stand up to that place?
Oh yeah.
Being camera people?
Yeah, why not?
I'd go.
I would.
If you wear protection and everything, it does help a lot.
It would be fantastic. All right, guys, well, let's get on with our last question here, and then we have the big question of the night. So your last question here is simple. What's next for Enlightened Souls Paranormal?
Well, we're training some new people that are on. We take them to places where we know where there's not really going to be any danger for them. But however, Holly one night got choked twice.
Yeah, at the cemetery.
At a cemetery. And luckily, right after she left, the local police showed up and escorted us out of the cemetery. But,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, they saw my dolls in the back seat and freaked out.
Yeah, the cop saw Barb's dolls in the back seat and he was freaking out. He's like, "Well, no, I don't want nothing to do with this."
He didn't know what was going on.
We're probably going to be going. I want to go to Galesburg. I want to go to the Julia Markham Children's Grave. Someone, I don't know who, but someone, we were going to do a GoFundMe and get a headstone for them. But I'm hearing that someone actually purchased a headstone for the kids. So it's on there. We definitely want to go back to Backbone, the Devil's Backbone, and see if we can maybe solve that little riddle down there of Alex.
Yeah. Question for you, Mark. I would like to send you our plans for the rest of season 2 and the plans for season 3 of our show. I'd like to send you the list of those two, and if you want it, you can pick an episode that you guys would like to schedule to come do with us.
That'd be awesome.
Okay.
That'd be nice.
I will send over a list because we're working on season 2 now. And we already have season 3 all planned out too. So I'll send over both episode lists, and you guys can feel free to pick whichever one, and I'll make sure there's enough spots for everybody.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so another spot I'd like to go to is Virginia. I'd like to go to Robert E. Lee's grave.
That would be fun.
It's my great-grandfather.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's up, you had a question in there? Can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
You're muted.
No.
Muted or the mic broke.
The spirits don't want her to talk.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Marcus, do we have Freedom Road rescheduled?
Yes, we do.
Some echo.
Freedom Road is on the list for season 3. You guys talked a little bit about that, so you can feel free to choose Freedom Road. If you choose Freedom Road, I can get another investigation scheduled back to back, so we have a building to do as well.
And if we do Freedom Road, there's also a town that has a place called Grant House, which is a B&B, and it's haunted.
Yes,
yeah.
I would love to do that one. Absolutely.
Cara.
So we have a town here in Illinois called Alton. The entire town is haunted.
Ooh.
Every building, every cemetery.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, matter of fact, they were just voted the most haunted city in Illinois.
They are.
Actually, you know,
Right
that's
when you drive into that city, when you have gifts and abilities, you can actually feel heaviness in your chest. I mean, right when you get in there. It is just amazing. Every bar in there is haunted. There's, I mean, just about everywhere you turn is haunted.
that's pretty cool, because for season 3 of our show, we actually have a abandoned town scheduled as well. We're doing 2 parts.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, but this town's not abandoned.
This one's not abandoned.
Oh,
No.
People. So you know how most towns have the lady in white, right?
Yes.
They have the lady in black.
Ooh.
And there's a gentleman, Mikey Biner. He's on Facebook. He lives in Alton. He actually got on video the apparition of the lady in black in his house.
Yeah.
Him and his wife are laying in bed, and he was filming because he always gets orbs that come out of the closet. And he had his camera, and he had the door open, and boom, like that. She walks right past his door, and you hear him go, "No way." He got the lady in black on video. Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's crazy.
I told him, I says, please send me that video, because I want to put it on my software, and I want to get it to where she's really visible, and then freeze frame it and take a clear that picture up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we
Now
are
the big question.
What's up?
Yeah, I got a question for Cara.
Sure.
How's the advice going that I gave you?
So far, so good. We haven't been back to Freedom Road recently. I need to go down there and do session.
That's the one you're talking about, Freedom Road.
Yeah.
That's the one we need to go to, Mark. That'd be a good one.
All right. If you and Brandon have time after the show, hang backstage. I want to chat with you about Freedom Road quick. But we are officially at the end of our show. And Mike, what do we do at the end of our show?
What do we do? Well, you usually
How do
have
we close our show?
you play
Question.
There we go. All right.
Mike.
So it is time for the spirited question. If nobody knows what the spirited question is, we pull questions off of the internet that people are curious about the paranormal field, paranormal investigators, and other stuff. And we like to get the opinions of our guests. And for Enlightened Souls Paranormal tonight, your question is, why is it important to do a pre-investigation walkthrough?
Oh, that's easy.
For the safety of the team.
Yeah, safety of the team. Because I mean, if we go in there and we, feel that it's just too crazy, we're leaving.
Too dark.
Too dark, yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't leave. If you see Barbera leave and say, let's pack up and go, you know that there's something bad in there, because I don't just leave.
Yes, right.
He's the same one that did go in the basement with Spirit that hates women.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's the pre-walkthrough also, you know, they can discover bad energy or negative energy, but they can also walk through, and then it makes it easier for the camera people to set up cameras in rooms where they say, I feel something in this room, I feel something in this room. This one I don't feel nothing.
We can pinpoint out things a little more quicker.
Yes.
You see,
So
what we do is when we schedule an investigation, immediately before scheduling that investigation, what we will do is we'll set up a date with the client, and that date we'll go out, we'll do about a 30-minute to an hour long investigation in all of the rooms of the building. If it's like a really big building, we'll extend the time a little bit, but what we'll do on that is a short investigation to kind of get a feel of where we need to focus on the most, where we need to put cameras. It's also a time to get all of the legal documents and paperwork signed, and it's a time to set up the actual investigation. Or if it's not worthy of an investigation, that's when we can kind of tell and coach our clients on what to do until we do the actual investigation.
Right.
So we are currently in the process. What's that?
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. So right now we're currently in the process. We talked earlier about our Finlayson investigation. We went out, we did our walkthrough, we did about an hour and a half long investigation, and it was awesome. And we set up an investigation, which we're filming on the 24th of September. And that was just our time to kind of we got the owner stay there. The owner and her kid, we got her stay there to kind of coach us through what they're experiencing. And so we went based off of what they were saying. We did our investigation a little bit. And I'll tell you the craziest thing I've ever seen, and I can tell you this, is we were in the very back room of the house, and Cara and Brandon, they're sitting on the floor, and there's a closet here and a closet here. It turns out it's one big closet. Now, they're sitting down there doing a spirit box session with the K2 meter, and I'm standing over by the door with the owner of the house, and through the spirit box, clear as day, we get two EVPs, and one says light switch. Okay, light switch, simple EVP. Behind you, it says. And so we're like, at first we didn't know what it meant, but then the owner of the house kind of turns around a little bit and figures out that there's a light switch right behind her. And I kid you not, that she almost ripped my shirt off of my body and clinched up to my body so hard. And the funny thing is after she kind of calmed down a little bit, she ran out of the room, kid you not, grabbed a beer and chugged a beer. Yeah, because she was so freaked out that we got that EVP. I was amazed. And here's the bad thing: I was recording this whole session, but I got it where it said light switch. But the second that it said behind you, my camera stopped rolling.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a place we've been to 3 times. 3 times. And every time we try to interview the owners and the wait staff of this barbecue, we have no audio. No audio.
Well, not only that, we also had an SD card wiped.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a complete memory card just wiped.
Shit. Wow.
So maybe try doing your interview not at the location. Do it at
that's what we might have to do.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, we've got a couple. We've got a couple coming up. They're going to be residentials. We got Joe and Robin's house, and then we've got the other house over there by where you're at, Shawn.
Mm-hmm. Over in Knoxville.
Over in Knoxville, Illinois. Yeah, they're out in the country, and they say, man, they see stuff all the time in their house.
That is Shawn. That is one beautiful kitty behind you there, or puppy.
It's a dog.
It's Tammy's dog.
Okay.
It's a little chupacabra.
You might as well call it you can call it a cat though. It's okay.
All right.
Our cat's actually bigger than he is.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, you guys have been an absolute amazing group of people here on the panel tonight. Like I said, I'm going to send you a list of the rest of season 2 and the list of season 3 episodes, and I want to get something scheduled with your team because you guys are a great group. Now, if you guys haven't already, check out the links down there in the description of this podcast and check out Enlightened Souls Paranormal. They got some amazing content, and you guys are constantly bringing more content. So we can't thank you enough. We appreciate you being on our show, but until next time, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you later.
All right.
Take care.
Take care. God bless everybody.
Oops, I can't get in the screen.
I can't get the heart right. There it is.
There we go. All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right. Take care.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
All right. It looks like you guys are staying because I can't find the button.
Oh,
All right. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Well, hi, Shawn.
Hi.
I didn't even see you there. All right. Have a good night.
Trying to leave.
Okay. All right. Well, that was an absolute amazing guest, group of guests. They are Enlightened Souls Paranormal, and you guys can check them out by following the links down below. Kara put some up in the comments for us as well. So I beg of you to go check them out, and we will be working with them in the near future, hopefully, and hopefully get some amazing content out for you guys as a collaboration. So, T, thank you for joining our podcast tonight. Absolutely, always a pleasure. See you later. And Kara and Brandon, as always, pleasure. Thank you. Brandon, our co-host, let's show him some love, as well as Kara and T and the rest of the Minnesota Spear Hunters, because they are always, as well as I am, working to bring you amazing content. So lots of love to our entire team and Enlightened Souls Paranormal, and of course our audience and the new people we saw here tonight. We do have an amazing show for you next Tuesday. I don't remember who the guest is, but we'll have a great show for you on Tuesday. The show is supported by ParaPost Network and Global Ghost Hunt, and we are sponsored by theseghosts.com and Paranormal Consultants. So go check out everybody. Check out Global Ghost Hunt. Merchandise coming soon. It's going to be up on the website, www.globalghosthunt.com, and you can order some merchandise here soon. So until next Tuesday, I hope you guys all have a great night, and see you guys later.
Everybody keep hunting.
Right. All right. Well, you guys have a great night. We'll see you next Tuesday. Until then, happy hunting.
Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up to this crew. From day one till it's done, do or die, me and you. Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up to this crew. Got props non-stop and mad love for you.
Rising up like the moon, elevating the mood, uplifting attitudes, cause that's what we choose to do. And I don't know about you, but there's enough negativity going around with plenty room to improve. Yeah, sometimes we collide with stress and negativity. We always let it slide. It's an elevated vibe, so fly. We touch the sky every time we ride.
Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up to this crew. From day one till it's done, do or die, me and you. Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up to this crew. Got props non-stop and mad love for you.
Now roll back time, tell me what you find. You're gonna see the same sucker MCs on the sidelines. In the fourth quarter when it's do or die time, that's when this crew is inclined to go prime time. From day one straight till it's done, but you all know full well that we only just begun. Yeah. We stick together, one for all for one. When it gets heavy, no we don't cut and run. Crazy thinking places that we've been. No, I could tell you stories that'll make your head spin. But like I said, straight, thick, or thin, there's so many memories giving me silly grins. So please allow me to introduce to you my one and only homies. Yo, I love this crew. So please allow me to introduce to you my one and only homies. Yo, I love this crew.
Big up to this crew here. We like to keep it positive, you know how we do. Big up to this crew from day one till it's done.
Viewer discretion is advised.